Thank you very much. Good evening to all of you. Thank you. Dear sisters, ladies, honorable participants, as we are celebrating the International Women's Day, and break the bias is this year's theme, we should all bear in the mind that the foremost field of the bias against women is the field of political leadership. Women's active participation in leadership is crucial in all parts of decision-making and implementation in reaching sustainable peace and security. When women and girls are empowered, well-educated, and contributing to their societies, it will lead to prosperity on a larger scale, as well as to sustainable peace. For my country, a mainly Muslim one, and for the Albanian Parliament, the empowerment of women's role, the promotion of their rights and gender equality is an important priority among our priorities. In this regard, I'm proud to say that in the Albanian government, 12 of 17 cabinet-level positions are being held by women since 2021, and Albania now ranks 5th globally in the women's representation in cabinet, according to latest UN figures. As a woman parliamentarian, I would like to highlight how important it is to have the support of my colleagues in the Parliament in promoting the women, peace and security agenda in lawmaking. Their support sends a clear message that men in politics might be also fully engaged in bringing about institutional change through the implementation of UN Resolution 1325. Women's participation in conflict prevention, crisis management, and post-conflict rehabilitation, building sustainable peace and democracy requires us to take a more broad-based approach and to develop a gender-sensitive institutional culture. As the Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has stated more than once, women's rights are human rights. An integrated approach is needed, and this requires a fuller understanding of the implementations of human rights guarantees for a comprehensive peace and security. In this conference about the plight of the Iranian women and the achievements of the women in the Iranian resistance movement, one should say discrimination imposed on Iranian women amounts to gender apartheid. The Islamic Republic is a religious dictatorship run by a misogynist regime. In the past 40 years, in law and in practice, it has imposed extreme suppression on Iranian women. In the field of political leadership, there is no space left for women in Iran. The annual report on the gender gap of the World Economic Forum in 2021 ranked Iran the 148th out of 153 countries in the world. The statistics show that they are totally absent from managerial post positions in ministries like foreign affairs, defense, justice, energy, labor, urban development, agriculture, and so on. This is certainly due to the ruling regime that hinders women's participation in key fields and not due to any incompetence in the side of the Iranian women or Iranian culture, because we see completely different phenomena as it relates to women who struggle for democracy within the ranks of the Iranian resistance movement. Not only a woman like Ms. Rajavi leads the movement, but also women occupy key and important positions of leadership and decision-making. We also are informed that Iranian women are at the forefront of all protests inside Iran. But what does that mean for the women who are suffering from gender apartheid across the world? It means that it is not enough only to condemn women's suppression in Iran. We need to support those women who are taking all the risks and hardship on their shoulder to struggle for freedom and democracy in Iran and worldwide. I catch this opportunity, thank you, to express my full solidarity, and I believe yours, with our sisters of Ukraine, who are courageously facing the brutal Russian aggression against their sovereign country. We stand by those dear, brave, and beautiful women who are struggling heroically to protect their country, their children, their lives. We do have a proverb in Albania. We say, our home, it's not ours. It's the place of God and friends. And many Iranian women know what I mean in this case. So, by concluding, I'd like to say that to Ms. Rajavi and to all of you, that your Albanian friends will stand and be with you in all your efforts and fight for the human rights, freedom, democracy, and above all, equality for the women in Iran and all around the globe. So if I say Hazar, are you Hazar? Thank you. Merci.